Welcome, everyone, to another edition of To Your Health, the program about healthy living, featuring those who make a healthy living lifestyle possible. I'm Fred Zucker, your host, coming to you from the campus of Parker University in Dallas, Texas. Our special guest today is Dr. Michelle Kreneck. Dr. Kreneck is a graduate of Parker University, class of
2008, December.
2008, December. Welcome to the program, Dr. Kreneck.
Thank you.
She is involved in leadership with the Parker Alumni Association Board of Directors. She is also featured on the Parker Seminars. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the program. But Dr. Kreneck, tell us a bit about yourself and how you came to be where you are now in chiropractic, an interesting profession. And we're glad you're here.
Very. Thank you. I'm very glad I'm here also. I was a teacher and a coach actually first. I played basketball in college, and I thought that's what I wanted to do. So for a couple years, I taught and coached. And while I was in Houston, I was involved in a car accident. I was rear-ended. Someone was going about 50, and I was going 0, so that wasn't good.
Yeah.
So, of course, the emergency room told me I was fine, took x-rays, did all that. But about 6 months later, my head was hurting. I was really fatigued. I had numbness and tingling down my arms. And one of my friends was like, hey, you should go see a chiropractor. And, of course, like a large amount of people, I thought, oh, well, why would I see a chiropractor?
Right.
But then I thought, okay, well, like another group of people, hey, well, they probably help with pain, car accidents, falls, things like that. So why not? Yeah. So I did go to Dr. Shell's in Temple, Texas, and he was awesome. And even though he explained chiropractic to me, I still didn't quite get it. And my pain went away, which I thought was amazing. But then I noticed my sleep got better, my energy got better, my immune system got stronger, and I was around kids all the time. So I had caught a lot of things.
Right.
But then I knew, that's when I knew there was something special about chiropractic. And what's funny is he said the one thing he would change about being a chiropractor is he would have gone to Parker. And so he actually led me into chiropractic and led me to Parker. And then shortly after, I came and checked out Parker and just knew, like, this is where I should be.
And just seemed like the right thing to do.
Oh yeah.
I think your story has been replicated so many times that people don't understand the benefits of chiropractic until they have a real acute need for it. And then it's amazing. It sort of opens their eyes. One of the great things about Parker University is that we have the seminars. The Parker Seminars have been around since 1951. We celebrated our 65th anniversary of those seminars last year. So I think it's probably fair to say that the Parker Seminars have provided professional education for several generations of chiropractors. And now your generation, the millennials, are coming of age, and there's a whole group of chiropractors who are approaching retirement. So tell me about your impression of the seminars. I know you've been to many, and you're going to be a leader. You're going to be the master of ceremonies with Dr. Rob Kipp.
Very excited about that.
For the Parker Dallas seminar coming in October.
I am. One of the things I think that I do regret about while I was in school is I was so focused on studying, and really I wanted to do the best I could, and I did, but I didn't go to a lot of Parker seminars. So I waited until I graduated, but I'm still so thankful that I did, because that, besides school, that's where my biggest amount of growth was. And that's because I could go talk to chiropractors that are kind of at the end of their, I'd say end of chiropractic career, because I feel like I'll be adjusting until,
A long time.
I don't know there's such a thing as an end. But, they're thinking about retiring, doing something different. And so I learned a lot from them, because I always say, why reinvent the wheel? Nothing has really changed. They're going to tell you what they did wrong. They're going to tell you what they did right. I would go and ask questions even now. Hey, what would you do in this situation? What would you recommend? How do you do this in the office? How do you hire someone? It's everything. Even when you need inspiration, I feel like it's my family. So if I'm going through a hard time, I know that I want to go to a Parker seminar, because they're there for you in the chiropractic aspect, but they're there for you. And you can talk about personal things and get advice. Even if you don't talk about it, at the Parker seminars, you feel like you're part of a family.
Right. So, well, I've been to many Parker seminars, and I was impressed by that aspect from the very beginning, that people knew each other. Many of them came back to see each other. That was the one time of the year that they were able to do that. So many people have been to literally 175 or more Parker seminars. I don't think you've been to that many yet. So.
Not quite, but that's my goal.
but you do benefit from their experience.
Oh, so much.
The people that are on the roster, the speaker agenda, are so strong. There are different tracks for different groups, like the doctors themselves, the associates who are getting newly introduced to the profession, the chiropractic assistants who work in the office, to the front part of the office. And then other people. We'll have a track for students here at the Parker Dallas seminar, which is great. Massage therapists will have a track.
Yeah.
I mean, in chiropractic, you have to have a certain number of hours of continuing education, and that's part of the experience too, isn't it?
It is, but they're so awesome. Sometimes most of the time you just go to go, and if you happen to get hours, you get hours. But there's so many different aspects, especially if you only stick with one for the most part in your practice, and you kind of do that all the time. Well, then you go to Parker seminars, you can learn about nutrition and adjusting techniques, extremities. I mean, everything really, how to run an office, philosophical stuff, all those things.
And Parker University has taken pride in the fact that we do give excellent preparation for the business side of the practice of chiropractic at the university during the chiropractic training program, and then the Parker seminars provide that additional training, as you said, about what you have to do to be a successful chiropractor. You know the art and science of chiropractic. Well, someone's got to pay the bills, keep the lights on, take care of all the issues that you have to do with billing, and that's all covered in the Parker seminar, correct?
It is, and I love to send my office managers to Parker seminars. I mean, to go through the CA track, also just to feel the culture too. When you get it, when you go to Parker seminars, you get it, which helps them bring it back into your office, which I think is a very important why you should bring all of your staff, massage therapists, your CA, your other doctors, because they really need to get it.
And you're part of a team, so you bring that team together and you share the experience.
Right.
Because Parker seminars are more than just the didactic content. There's also that experiential component of what it's like to be together.
You're right.
And the philosophy, the Parker principles established by Dr. Jim Parker himself. I know that's affected you, and tell us about that from the young chiropractor's perspective.
Well, I just think that was a big part of the Parker seminars, is being around those other doctors that have been doing it for so long and seeing their passion. But also when you go to these seminars, when you're not in the classes, you have time to talk. You know, you have time to sit around the table, talk to, and hear all kinds of stories, hear about Dr. Parker. I didn't meet Dr. Parker, and sad about that, but you get to hear all these inspirational stories, all these miracle stories, and I think that's what really helped build me as a chiropractor, is building that passion, because then you're unstoppable.
Right. Every day you get up and you know you're going to do something special. And that's one of the things I love about the chiropractic profession. Right now we're going through Parker Power Weekend as we're going through this program right now. Parker Power Weekend is going on campus. And you've been a big part of that program. You're going to be making a speech later on this morning as we finish our program here. What's your impression of the Parker Power Weekend experience and the students you've met?
I think it's awesome. I mean, everyone's so interested, and we need that. I mean, they are young, and so
they keep getting younger too. I don't know what that is about me. But.
Yeah, well, that too. But I think also it's really inspiring because more people are going into chiropractic. When I was in school, almost 10 years ago when I graduated, people came because they had a miracle story or it was something that happened in their life that led them to chiropractic. So now people are learning more about chiropractic. But I think it's great. I think the parents here are awesome. They're all asking great questions.
Great questions.
Yeah, I mean, I love to see it. They're very excited. Even the parents are excited.
I know. It's great to have them be part of that decision-making process. Parents and partners of the students who are considering coming to the program all have very important questions about a very intensive program of study, 3.5 years, a very strong program. And I think many students don't realize what a challenge the program is. And we make, I think, every effort to make sure that the students understand you're embarking on a very, very challenging program. Do you think that's an accurate assessment?
Oh, yes, for sure. I mean, and they are asking those questions. I think one of the most common questions is, what is your day like?
Right.
I've had that multiple times.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, it's full.
It's full.
Yeah.
It's morning to night.
And I think I tell them also, it's hard to even prepare you for that. Some of the students were like, well, what would I do over the next 6 months to prepare? Well, that's a hard question because, I mean, nothing.
No, get in there and do it.
Right. You have to be in that situation. But they're all super excited in there.
Right.
It's just exciting to see.
And many of them are trying to make the decision about one path or another. So coming and seeing it in person, there's no substitute for that. I think students can go online and do virtual tours. But if you're not there personally to see the campus and meet people that will be in the program with you, your classmates, it's hard to really get a good sense of what that's like.
Yeah, if you don't step on the Parker campus, it's hard to experience anyway. Because I feel like I knew right away. I mean, I'm gonna tell a story later, but I remember standing in front of the fountains, just knowing, having that feeling. And people have said that over the weekend. They just know. But then everyone is so nice here too, and so welcoming. And that's another thing that the students and the parents have been saying is everyone's been so helpful, and they already feel like family.
Right. It's a warm setting, even though it's in July. But I mean, other than that. That's one of the things I love about Parker University as well, that you really feel like you're part of a community, a family, a very supportive one.
Very.
And there are many times you'll need that support, especially if you're in the chiropractic program, because it is a challenge, and people are expected to perform at a very high level.
Right.
You're a woman chiropractor, and probably when you started the program, there weren't as many women in the profession as there are now. How has that been for you?
I never thought about it really. I knew I was going to be successful no matter what, but it is true that there weren't a lot of women. I think there's a lot more now. But I don't really think about stuff like that. So
I don't think many people do. The percentage of women in the program right now at Parker is about 50%.
Wow.
And I think that's going to continue to be the case. It's a perfect profession for women. You can do the things that are so good, and for anyone who wants to be helpful,
right,
to make a difference. And certainly women are in that category as well. And I just think that the success we've seen with all our graduates in the last few years speaks well for what the profession is doing, and also how the landscape of healthcare in general is changing, and certainly moving much more toward the wellness paradigm as opposed to the illness paradigm of allopathic medicine. Have you seen that in your practice?
Yes. I mean, I would say I have a wellness practice. Most of my patients, they do come in initially for pain, or some of them. Some don't. Some come in for a multitude of reasons, but a lot of them come in for health and wellness. If you educate them well and you teach them what chiropractic really is, it's not really that difficult.
Right. Well, functionality is another aspect of chiropractic. You're staying functional, making sure that you're doing everything you can to keep your body fit. Well, we have taken a step here at Parker University to improve our positioning for that. Dr. Bill Morgan, our president, has worked hard to establish the Parker Fit facility, functional fitness done right. 7,200 square feet of a CrossFit. We can't say that. I mean, it's not a CrossFit facility, but it has that type of equipment, program. What's your impression of that as you've seen it?
Well, I think it's awesome. I mean, I even went and did a squat and saw I needed to work on some things. So those are important, I think, for preventing things. I work with a lot of athletes also. So for professional athletes, that would be really big for them, but just for anyone in general. The adjustment obviously is the most important, but all those other things are very important too.
Work together.
And it's a great facility.
Absolutely.
It's exciting. I would love it in my practice.
Well, our students are making use of it. There are classes that they can take part in, and it's only been open for about a month. So we'll have another opening around the time of the Parker Seminar in October. In fact, there's going to be Parker Fit Games the day before the Parker Dallas Seminar starts in October the 5th. So we're encouraging all of you out there who are in great shape, Parker Fit Games, October the 5th. Give us a call and let us know if you're interested, and we'll get you more information.
Maybe this could motivate them to get in good shape.
That's right. Maybe now's the time to start working out. But we want to do it right to avoid the injuries that often come along with that kind of aggressive training. But Parker Fit is now a part of the Park University campus.
That's awesome. I think it's going to build some unity also. I mean, the students being in there working out together, doing that together, that's going to help with that.
I'm sure. And I'm sure it will help with recruiting too. Students seeing that and saying, gosh, I can do that.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
nice.
get in shape. That's good. Well, Dr. Kreneck, we're so pleased that you're with us. I know that you're going to do an outstanding job, both as you're speaking today and then Parker Seminars coming in October. You'll be the Master of Ceremonies and with Dr. Rob Kipp, and I'm sure it will be a great experience for us. Please come back and see us again for more To Your Health. We'd love to have you return with us for another great program like this one. Thanks so much. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.